Good morning, I am Rosel Angeles Manaloto and I'm going to discuss topic 2.3, the electromagnetic spectrum. And in this topic, we're going to discuss the definition of wavelength and the frequency. Also, we're going to discuss the ITU or the International Telecommunication Union band designation. Thank you. The electromagnetic frequency spectrum refers to the entire range of usable frequencies that extends from a few hertz to cosmic rays. Frequency, by definition, is a number of times an alternating current goes through its complete cycle per second. The international unit of measurement of frequency is hertz, named in honor of the 19th century German physicist Heinrich Rudolf Hertz. The International Telecommunications Union or ITU band designations ranges from 30 to 300 Hz, named as the ELF or the extremely low frequencies, up to 3 to 30 exahertz, known as the cosmic rays. Extremely low frequencies 30 to 300 Hz includes AC power line frequencies as well as the low end of human hearing range. This refers to an electromagnetic field having frequencies lower than frequencies of signal typically used in communications. Voice frequencies, however, with a frequency range of 300 to 3000 Hz, is a normal range of the human voice. Although human hearing extends from 20 to 20,000 Hz, most intelligibly sounds occur in this range. VF, or the voice frequency, is also called as a voice band, which is within part of the audio range being used for transmission of speech. Very low frequencies, 3 to 30 kHz, includes the higher end of the human hearing range by up to 20 kHz. Many musical instruments also make sounds in this range. VLF is also known as the myriameter wave or myriameter band, as wavelengths range from 1 to 10 myriameters. Next to VLF is the LF or the low frequency that ranges from 30 to 300 kHz, known as the kilometer band or kilometer wave, as its wavelength range from 10 km to 1 km respectively. This frequency and this range are used in primary communication services such as aeronautical and marine navigation. 300 to 3000 kHz is named as medium frequencies. The major application of frequencies in this range is AM radio broadcasting with 535 to 1605 kHz. Also, marine and aeronautical communications also takes place in this range. Medium frequencies is also known as the hectometer band, as the wavelengths range from 10 to 1 hectometer. High frequencies 3 to 30 MHz are frequencies generally known as short waves or decameter band or decameter wave, as wavelengths range from 1 to 10 decameters. All kinds of two-way radio communication take place in this range. VHF, higher than the high frequency, ranges from 30 to 300 MHz. This is used by many services including mobile radio, marine and aeronautical communications, FM radio broadcasting with 88 to 108 MHz, and television channels 2 to 13. Frequencies above 1 GHz are generally known as microwaves. Next to very high frequencies is the UHF or the ultra high frequencies with 300 to 3000 MHz. A widely used portion of the frequency spectrum, including television channels 14 to 83, land mobile communications, and cellular telephones. Frequencies that ranges from 3 GHz to 3 petahertz are the super high frequencies, extremely high frequencies, infrared, and visible spectrum. Super high frequencies, that is 3 to 30 GHz, are microwave frequencies that are widely used for satellite and radar communications. Frequency of 30 to 300 GHz are extremely high frequencies. In this range, there are only a limited amount of activity occurs, including satellite communications and some specialized radar. Zero point 0.3 to 300 terahertz are infrared, which refers to radiation generally associated with heat. Infrared is used in astronomy to detect stars, remote control units, guidance of weapon systems, and optical devices. Zero point 0.3 to 3 petahertz are visible spectrum, generally referred to as light, used in various communication systems, fiber optics, and laser technology. When dealing with ultra-high frequency electromagnetic waves such as light, it is common to use units of wavelength rather than frequency. Wavelength is the length that one cycle of an electromagnetic wave occupies in space. The length of a wavelength depends on the frequency of the wave and the velocity of light. A wavelength is equal to k times c over f, where k is the velocity factor equal to 1 in free space, while the c is speed of light in free space with a value of 3 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and of course frequency with a unit of hertz. Frequency are inversely proportional to wavelengths, where shorter wavelengths mean higher frequencies and longer wavelengths mean lower frequencies.